There's a few things that I really need to just take care of in this world. Hey, welcome back to Minecraft Survival. Anyways, so what I realized whenever I came back here, I was just looking for something to take care of in this world. How did I let this go just untouched for so long? What? How many creepers exploded back here? This place is disgusting, and it's right behind my house. I have a window looking out on. Oh no. I have a window that looks out directly onto this. This is awful for property values. I need to. This is. Nuh-uh. No more. I really don't know why I just completely neglected this. And then there's the crafting tables all over. I guess I figured that since I don't come back here, I don't need to maintain it, but really I do. So, I don't know, it's better now. Right, so we got that taken care of, and there's still, there's little patches. Okay, people will shame me for not fully filling this in, but there's torches. It's fine. I don't know, this beach is so ugly. Maybe it was just like, it's ugly anyway. Might as well let it get uglier. Just like that, it looks a lot cleaner back here. I don't know, it actually looks like I could put something back here now. And who knows, maybe I do eventually decide that I want to, make this all sand, make this one big beach, but for now, this just looks a lot better. This is very quickly becoming a problem, though, which is that I am running out of storage, but I don't have anywhere else to put stuff. I've found a subject for something to do. Yeah. It's old, this is a few years old, and yep. We're just gonna take it down. I always have, an aversion to taking down an old build, or even sometimes renovating them, but I do think it's important to keep in mind. If you don't like it, there's no reason to keep it around. Especially because you're gonna have other things that are old, and I've got records of this. I've got records of its existence. This is a record of its existence. So this is kind of just, a form of letting go. There's a lot of times where we think that we want to just hold on to something, but really in the end it's best to just let it fall away. Because when we clear up that space in our life, we can clear it up for something better. And that isn't to say, take your favorite thing in the world and just get rid of it. I'm not gonna go in and just tear down Mossy Times because, I might as well replace it. No. When something's no longer bringing you joy, you've got to reevaluate it. But it's okay to admit that at a time, it was still good. Like with this, whenever I made it, I did enjoy this building. I liked it when I made it. I thought it was really good. But now, I'm just not a huge fan of it anymore. Things can change over time. But we also can't just get wrapped up in reevaluating everything once we get rid of it, I'm not gonna start saying oh, this was always a terrible build anyway, and I should have gotten rid of it way sooner. I don't even know why I made it. No, I still enjoyed it for a time. I'm not going to pretend like I always just hated this thing. I wouldn't have kept it around so long if I did. And this has affected the course of this world. I'm not just forever erasing its impact. It's the reason that there's nothing else right here. This is prime real estate. But because I've had this, I've avoided putting something here. Look, what I'm trying to say isn't that you should just get rid of so many things in your life. What I'm saying is that when something is causing you harm, you should reevaluate it. But that doesn't mean that you just reframe your whole understanding of it for as long as you've known it to exist. It's okay to say that something just isn't right for you anymore. Sometimes you change, and sometimes the thing itself changes. Sometimes the context around it changes. Sometimes when we do let go, it prevents us from just growing to resent things, because they start to get in the way more. And again, I'm not encouraging you to just rethink every life decision you've ever made, but if something is repeatedly upsetting you, think about it. Maybe talk it over with people. If it concerns your relationship with somebody, maybe talk it over with them. see what they think. And sometimes things can be fixed, you know? Take a look at the melon farm over there. This thing used to be hideous, but I was able to bring it back, you know? One of the best builds in this world now. And on the inside, it's still the same building that it was, but we just kinda took a look at it and figured out what needed to change. Just needed to switch out the colors a little bit. But otherwise, it's still the same building. This isn't too on the nose, is it? So now without it, we get even better view of the giant freak in the distance. I hate that thing. I think the other thing that I'm gonna have to cut down today is this tree. This tree is one of the only original trees left in this area. And I mean, I've enjoyed it being here, but it's in the way now. So, there we go. Just like that, it's gone. Sometimes you do have to just go ahead and get things done. Like, for example, I'd really like to get paths through here so you can finally walk to Bambika. But I've got a build that I kind of want to save space for over here. And so I guess that just means that I've got to take care of the building now, even though I've been putting it off for a really long time. Right, so here's the deal. I really want to put in kind of like a house right here, you know? Just kind of a nice little building. I've also really wanted to have a water wheel going through here. So really, I guess that's going to be more like a, you know, not too artistically pleasing. But you get the idea. The issue that I've run into is with the shape of this river. Because it kind of just, you know, it's like a little pool over here almost. And so what I've got to do is I think I have to just straighten this out a little bit more. And it's going to be a process, but I think it's going to look really good in the end. Alright, so after some quite intensive drafting, I've gotten together everything I think I'm going to need. And I don't see much of a reason but to just get into it. It's probably going to take me a really long time, but hey, it's for the love of the game, right? Right, so like a dumb idiot, I did two things. One is I forgot to unpause the recording very early on, the replay mod recording. And next is that I made an ugly building. I didn't like the way that the roof looked at all. And so I'm kind of reevaluating how I want this to look. I want to keep this little deck idea. I think I want to raise this up and have this kind of slant into it. Because every time I've seen one of these, because I looked at a lot of reference photos, they've got almost exclusively a very tall house with the water wheel. And this, I think it looks mostly okay. This isn't an angle you're going to see it from. You're going to see it from, like, down here. And it looks good from out there. And then, you know, you walk around here, because I'm going to have paths that run down here. And I think the other angles are going to be, like, from over here. And so you can tell what that is. Up here it looks fine. But I think what I want to do is switch out the spruce for more tough. That way we can just have a little bit more height, a little bit more structural integrity, because I'm not seeing any of them where the water wheel is attached to wood. It's always attached to a really strong stone foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I put that in. And this time I'm going to time-lapse because I recorded audio for a time-lapse, but I didn't record one, so we're just going to swag it out, you know? I think the colors fit here really nicely. I think if I can make this look good, it's going to look good. I approve this message. Right, so this is one that I've been planning for a really long time, and I mean like at least 2 months I've wanted to put this in, and I just haven't felt ready to put it in. But I think it's important to know that sometimes life is going to get you when you're not ready, and sometimes it's going to be time for you to do something, and you're still not going to be ready. Take, for example, just getting older. You know, I'm going to college this fall, and I honestly still don't feel quite ready to be out of the house on my own, but life's decided that it's time, so I guess it is time. A few months ago, had to get stitches in my finger because I cut myself with scissors. And whenever I did it, they had to give me a shot, and I'm really bad with needles. And what I told them is that I wasn't ready. And they went and put in the shot anyway. And it's really good that they did, because if they hadn't, then I would have never been ready. Some things are going to seem really daunting, and like we just have no ability to tackle it. But then we get in there and we actually start doing it, and we find out that we had it in us all along. Really, we were ready, we just didn't know it. And the process can still be grueling and hard, and it can still hurt a lot. But at the end of the day, you're a lot more prepared for things than you think you are. It's good to know your limits, but it's also really important to push past your limits and try to break them. You're not supposed to let your limits contain you, you're supposed to let them keep you safe. But if there's not anything to be lost by pushing them a little bit, then there's no reason not to. Here we are, I've got this thing finished up. I added a few details that aren't in the time-lapse, like these windows and the chimney up there. I'm still not entirely sure about the slant. I don't know if it needs to go a block longer, but I think I like it how that is. It doesn't look anything like how I imagined it was going to look, but it looks a lot better. So I consider that a win. You've got this side, which doesn't have a whole lot going on, because I can't think of anything. I can't put windows in, because it's too thin. So if you have an idea, let me know. This side, I don't think it really needs as much. I might to the sides add like little storage compartments. I don't know, seems like the type of people who would have boats. And from the back, you get such a cool angle. And it really sucks because this is going to be like the only time that you actually see it. Because you're going to walk in from over here. And the path is going to curve around, so yeah, you're never going to see that wheel. Can't see it from over here, and so it's, I don't know. I'm going to fill in everything after I put this video up off camera. I'm going to change up the river a little bit, I think, because I want to bend this out more. Put in some trees, lots of bushes, just make this feel like it's actually on a river, because the river does end here. And, you know, it doesn't matter how logical it is. It matters that it looks cool. And yeah, maybe the river's not quite deep enough, but I like it. That's what matters. That's what matters. I like it. I am satisfied to call this building here, though. Like, I really like it. It feels kind of like a sibling to the melon farm. There's no interior, but I mean, you got floors. I can't put flooring in there because you can see that block. It's fun, it's novel, and I've always kind of planned this going here. So, though that does really only leave us with one more thing for this episode. Today's comment of the day comes from Mr. Picklecopter, which says, "Saw you had no views, so I'll get you started." Thanks, you must have started something, because that last video is the best performing of my last several. So, on that note, thank you all for your support, because that one was kind of thrown together, not gonna lie. That one was kind of just made in a few hours, not gonna lie. You know, that one was kind of rushed, not gonna lie. These two buildings, not a whole lot of thought put into them, not gonna lie. I don't know. I still like them. They've got charm. They've got their own little charms to them. With that being said, I do want to thank you all once again for watching this video. And if you enjoyed this video, maybe leave a like. If you want to see more from me, maybe you leave a subscribe, because I do hope to see you in the next one. And I do think that that's going to be all for me. So, hope to see you next time. Bye bye.